addition of list. Now this technique in the Vedas is known as Rekankana. Reka means line. Using line, we are adding up. Okay, let's posit a list something like this, a big list like this. Usually what we do, we don't know any technique to add this list, so we do generally, in a linear way. We add 5 plus 9, 14, 14 plus 8, 22, and that way we add up all the list. Probably takes a minute or so. And despite that, we are not sure that the answer is right or wrong. Okay, but using Vedic mathematics, I can add up this list in just about 10 seconds, believe it or not. In just 10 seconds, I can add up all this. I'm wondering how is it possible. I'll first like to demonstrate one problem before you, and later I'll show you how I was able to add up so fast. Okay, if you have your watches, you can check your watches. I'll accomplish this in just about 10 seconds. Okay, if you have watches, please check it. Check your watches, and my time starts now. That's the answer. The answer is 107. You can check your calculator. That's it. Okay, the answer is 107. And maybe you're amazed, like, how is it possible to add up so fast? Now, this technique in the Vedic mathematics is known as the Rekankana Paddhati. Reka means line. Okay. Now, the same technique, if you want to translate this in English, it becomes dropping tens. Now, what is dropping tens is? We will always get a total in between 10 to 18 only, not more than that. We'll always get from 10 to 18. And maybe wondering, why only 10 to 18, why not more than that? I told you at the very outset that the basic digits are 0 to 9. Okay. And the largest digit from 0 to 9 is 9. So when you add 9 to 9, you get 18. That's why you get only up to 18 only, not more than that. And whenever you get any number in between 10 to 18, we must drop 10 from it. Now, let's assume a number in between 10 to 18, something like 16. If you get 16, drop 10 from it. Now, how do you do that? If you get 16, just put a dash. That's called Rekha. Rekankana means like adding with a line. Okay? So, put a dash first and hold 6 in your mind. The dash denotes 10. That's called dropping 10. If you get a number something like 14, put a dash first, hold 4 in your mind. The dash denotes 10. If you get 12, put a dash and 2 in the mind. If you get 16, put a dash 6. If you get 11, dash and 1. If you get 15, dash and 5, and so forth. Okay. Now, let me show you how I did this addition so fast in just about 10 seconds. Now, many people, they add the list from top to bottom like this. But Vedic mathematics says, don't add from top to bottom, rather add from bottom to top. And maybe you're amazed, like, why we have to add from bottom to, why not from top to bottom? There's a simple logic out here. Now, when you add from top to bottom, we get less speed. When you add from bottom to top, we get more speed. Why? Very simple logic. See, when you're adding this list on a piece of paper, you'll put it on the table and put your hand like this. And on the board, you put your hand like this. See? So when you're adding like top to bottom, see, you put your hand 5 plus 9, 14, 14 plus 22. So when you're putting your hand like this, see, your hand is blocking the remaining numbers. See, the remaining numbers are hiding under your hand. So what is happening? The eyesight will be limited to only one number at a time. So what is happening? The brain catches the numbers a bit slow. It can't calculate that fast. But when you add from bottom, see, I put my hand on 7. Is my hand blocking the numbers? No. See, all the numbers are clearly visible. So the eyes can catch the numbers fast and the brain performs faster. So for that reason, this is to add from bottom to top. Now for the technique. Okay, start from bottom. 7 plus 8, you get 15. So what you have to do? Put a dash before 8 and hold 5 in your mind. That 5, add to next number. 5 plus 4, 9. Don't put dash for 9. Don't put dash for below 10. Only about 10 you have to put dash. Okay. So 9 plus 8, you get 17. So put a dash here. Hold 7 in the mind. 7 plus 9 is 16. So put a dash 6 in the mind. 6 plus 6 is 12. So put a dash. Hold 2 in the mind. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So put a dash. Hold 4 in your mind. 4 plus 6 is 10. So when you get a 10, don't say dash and 0. Just put a dash and go with the rest of the number. So 8 plus 4 is 12. So dash and 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So dash and 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. So dash and 3 in the mind. 3 plus 9 is 12. So can you see that? I put a dash there and hold 2 in the mind. 2 plus 5 is 7. So when I add the last number 5, I got 7. So 7 is less than 10. So without putting any dash, write 7 there. Now count dashes. How many dashes you got there? Okay. Count 2, 2. Okay. So count 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. I got 10 dashes. So I just wrote 10 towards the left of 7 and that's my answer 107. Simple, isn't it? One more example. I'll list something like this. Okay. So start from bottom. 8 plus 6 is 14. So dash before 6, mind you. And 4 in the mind. 4 plus 9 is 13. So dash and 3 in the mind. 3 plus 8 is 11. Dash and 1 in the mind. 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 7 is 13. So dash and 3 in the mind. 3 plus 9 is 12. So dash and 2 in the mind. 2 plus 6 is 8 plus 7 is 15. So dash and 5 in the mind. 5 plus 8 is 13. So dash and 3 in the mind. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. So dash and 8 in the mind. 8 plus 4 is 12. So dash and 2 in the mind. 2 plus 8 is 10. So just put a dash and go with the rest of the number. 5 plus 9 is 14. So dash and 4 in the mind. 4 plus 7 is 11. So dash and 1 in the mind. 1 plus 8 is 9. No, 9 is more than 10 or less than 10. So it's less than 10. So without putting any dash, write 9 there. Now assume that it is not 8 there. A number something like 9 there. Okay. So here we got 9, no? 8 plus 1, 9. But assume this number like 9 there. So dash and 1 we got here. Up to this point we got dash and 1. Okay. So 1 in the mind. 1 plus 9 is 10. So assume in the last number, when you add the last number, you get something more than 10. 10 or more than 10. Now assume in the last number I got 15. So what should I do? 15 is more than 10. For that reason I must put a dash and write 5 there. If I got 14, I should put a dash and write 4 there. If I got 16, I put a dash and write 6 there and so forth. But here, I got 1 in the last number, right? 1 in the mind. 1 plus 9 is 10. I got 10 in the last number. So for 10, what you have to do? First put a dash. What is the last number in 10? It's 0. So write 0 there. Now count all the dashes. Count 2, 2, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 13 dashes I got. So write 13 towards the left of 0, mind you. Not towards the right of 0. So write 13 towards the left of 0 and that will be our answer.